everybody, welcome back to Hermitcraft. My voice cracked then, but I don't care, because I have done something that I never thought I was going to be able to. I did some redstone, and I didn't get any... Oh, there's water there. I didn't get any help, and I did some redstone. No help, redstone. Ahaha, but redstone. I'm just going to take you back. Right, so, today's episode, I am in the gaming district. I am opposite Joe's roller coaster. And I'm going to be doing an escape room. For those of you who don't know what an escape room is you on your own or maybe with some friends. Usually with friends because many heads are better than one, I guess. You get trapped in a room and you've got to escape. And there are many... I was going to say theories, but no, not theories. There are many different escape rooms, but this is mine, so this one is going to be, I mean, probably like average, but, you know, realistically, I have as good a chance as anyone else who's, you know, reasonably clever. So, this is how I'm going to do it. I thought I'd get the redstone set up, so I knew how it would work. I do get it. I don't understand. At this point, I get what's going... Oh, no, I figured out the why. Okay. Item frames cause... Oh, actually, it's probably best if I just turn it back to normal. Item frames put out a redstone signal behind them. And as you can see, at the original location, it just does one block of tiki lag. And then, now I've turned it, it does two! Ooh, magic. This is a really, really poor rendition of an explanation. I got this from FedEx. Let me just go check that myself. FedEx Gaming. FedEx Gaming is the thing. Right, so I've got two different combinations, and now they're both on the right combination currently. I'm going to go to bed. Oh, never mind. I'm not going to bed. But it doesn't matter which one I turn off. If they're not on the right combination, the door shuts. And so I'm not going to keep this the way it is. I do have a picture of it, but, you know, a picture's worth 1,000 words. I can replicate this pretty much anywhere along my escape roomy design thing, and I do have a plan. So, yay! Alright, so my escape room is going to be in this sort of an area, because what I want to do is I want to have this area, and I'm going to open it up, and then... if people like it, I might do more, and I might build a mansion. I might build a mansion anyway. Just a mansion that has like multiple rooms, or other hermits can do them. So I'm not so alone. So I need to get a room. Now I've been like, obviously I've gone for like a Victorian-y, styly kind of thing. Obviously I don't know why that's obvious, but it is. So I need, and I've actually spent time researching the sort of styles of... the thing that I actually looked up was Gothic, Victorian Gothic, which is a specific style of building. It's not just make everything black. Usually fairly dark colours though, because it's just a lot of green. Green wallpaper was a very big thing in like Victorian houses. So I need to build this room, and I've got some plans. I've got some stuff that I've drawn out. I also need to add in a secondary room, like a secret room. Don't know why I said it like that. It's going to be just a secret room. It's fine. So I'm mostly planning on making this out of concrete. It's green, specifically concrete, like proper green. As opposed to lime green, because not a lot of lime green going on in Victorian houses. So I'm just going to get started and just do the basic sort of outlay, so that all the magic can happen around. Okay, so what I have here is I have the sort of... this is where the door's going to be. As you come in, you've got this giant sort of wall divider thing that's like grand and mahogany, and the whole thing is going to be mahogany, and you've got the fireplace at the end of the room, and over here there's going to be sort of like a sweeping staircase up to a balcony that comes in from behind you. So like, you know, just grand old house kind of deal. So I've got the base structure down. Now it's time to start putting in puzzles and making sure all the puzzle elements are in place before I decorate it any further. So this is about as blank as it gets, but if you want to see how it looks coming in, you sort of like come in through the archway. This bit is all going to probably be covered, and this archway might have to go out further depending on the puzzle bits, but this wall should be fairly clean. So you sort of go in through, and then yeah, you get the little kind of ooh sort of thing going on with the thing. I think I need a painting up there of some description, or maybe like a 4x4 fern. We'll sort that out. But yes, so I don't want anything in this place that is, how do I put it, that they can't solve using the things in the room. So this wall, like I say, is going to be a little bit different. So I've got a couple of puzzles that involve letters. One involves a block code, so like different blocks represent different letters, and the other one is a Morse code. Now I don't expect them to know Morse code, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a picture of different items throughout Minecraft, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the block code with their names next to it, because I've got 3 words that they'll need to spell out in 2 different puzzles, so that's 6 words. They're very simple, very short words, so it should be like, so for example, if I had hopper, I would have the block code that spells out hopper, so like dirt block, gold block, double emerald block, etc., up to ER. And then underneath I was planning on having the Morse code for each of those letters. So I've got I think, I'm just counting, 6 objects to put up here. It's really bizarre how easy that worked. It's either going to be up here, up on this wall, or down under here. So that part of the wall is going to be sort of off limits, as it were. So I'm going to go and get those things set up, and I'll show you what I mean in a bit. Right, so this is what I'm talking about. So FURNACE for furnace. So cobblestone block will be an F, and granite will be a U, but also we have the Morse code under each of these signs. It's really neat, by the way, if you want to do a sign, blah blah blah, and you want to change the color, you just put dye on it afterwards. I think that's really clever. But yeah, so we've got the Morse code, you know, dots and dashes. I could stand it out a bit more, but I like the subtlety of it, and I also like the fact that you can use this as decoration now on your signs and make them look fancy. So yeah, that's furnace, and now I need to figure out how another one, or 5. Yeah, I'm going to need to use this wall down there and across this wall as well. Alright, so there is a very secret passageway. I say very secret, it's like your typical Minecraft passageway. It's through a door. I've got to get rid of this stuff, but yeah, if you want to do a secret passage painting, you need the signs. It took me ages to figure out why it wasn't working. So yeah, I've got to have a couple of paintings, I think, on either wall, so it doesn't look particularly odd. Maybe not the same painting. Like, I don't like the skull either. Yeah, the creepy Renaissance pig art, that's fine. I mean, to be honest, you could have got rid of the gaming figures. I really don't like the art in the texture pack. It just doesn't work. I did change it once, a long time ago. Okay, so 2 walls on either side. So yeah, immerse yourself in art is going to be the clue, and they're going to have to go through this one. This one does nothing. They just have to just keep trying until they get it. So I need to make another room, and I also need to do... there is another puzzle sort of element to this that will become apparent later, but I'm going to build the room first and then go through the puzzle. Alright, so once they've got the codes, how do you use the codes? I've had to change the code up a little bit because I've been using redstone, and I realised that redstone would really mess up what I'm trying to do. So we have this. Now they need to go get a key, which is going to be a lever. I will rename it to key because it makes sense. And there is going to be a put the key put the key into the target. And once we do that, okay, this is where they use the code. Now there's a double layer because, as you notice, they've got lamps down at the bottom. And the reason why they've got lamps down at the bottom is because those are the letters, that the ones that are lit are the ones that they go now. At the moment, it's got the words prayed, gored, down. As you can see, they can use down all the time. But this is, in the middle of prayed is the word I. So I go down. So basically, turn the eye upside down is basically what the idea is. Now, what I've also done, Iskall and Doc are having a mystery moment. It's a bit bizarre. Right, so these are the things that I need to put in for this puzzle to make sure it works. Is one, how they get the key, something to tell them to use the key on the target, and one to tell them to go through the painting. Now I'm thinking that's going to be the first book. There's going to be how to get the key. There's going to be like a little note, and to use the key on the target I think might be the same actual note. So that's where we are with that puzzle. The next puzzle is going to be the one that involves me digging a lot of things and doing some note block trickery, because this is going to be the puzzle that's based on the, what do you call it? No, Morse code. There you go. Sometimes my brain takes a little while to catch up. And that's okay. That's okay. All right, so I didn't actually get started on the what do you call it? The Morse code. What I've actually been doing is I've been working on making a fish tank. It does have salmon in it, but it also has a way to get into it. And at the very bottom, you probably can't see it from here. It's got a barrel on the bottom of it, which you can access. Now, in that barrel, I am going to have a piece of paper that says the key is behind the lock. Now, I'm going to have a chest, and I'm going to have this somewhere. I think I might actually, if I put it here, oh, that's going to interfere with that room. Okay, well, I won't do that then. However, if I put it here, and if I'm going to need to put it around the outside, so it opens outwards, not inward. It's an outie, not an innie. There's a belly button joke. For some reason, I have all the hot contemporaneous material. Me, yeah. So I'm going to just put that there, and then just, so yeah, it opens out this way. So yeah, no problem. Now, when it comes time to put a skin on this thing, I need to remember that that's there. So, yeah, in here, you sort of can't see it, and you especially sort of can't see it if there is a chest. Oh, I did actually put things in here. If there is a chest in the way. Now, this chest is going to be named lock, and it's subtle enough that they might miss it. So, because lock, if you put that there, I mean, you can sort of see it, but as you can see, it's now called lock. So then they can actually get there. Oh, I need to actually change the name of that one. All right, so I named this chest as what goes up must get wet. So I'm going to have to put another clue down here. I've got lots of clues to include, actually, so it's not a big deal. It's just a case of I found a different way to get this one done. There you go. What goes up must get wet. And it's a long enough title that they'll see that. Chances are they'll see the secret way to get into the fish tank before anything else. because that looks a bit weird. But if you go through here, go up and up, and if you open that trapdoor, you can get into the fish with all the fishes, and then you can get out. And I've made it so this area doesn't get spawned by the clever use of trapdoors and this new crouching mechanism, which you can just crouch your way through. So it's on the other side from the door, so they're not going to see it straight away. They are going to see this and think, that's a bit of a weird design, but it's Cleo. She goes for weird designs anyway. Cleo's a bit weird. So, yeah, so, oh, I didn't show you the thing. I'll show you when I put it in. All right, so behind this, what goes up must get wet, is a key. You know what? I'm going to do the easy bit, which is the redstone for the music. The Morse code, which is basically made with note blocks. All right, so here's the first Morse code setup. This is one letter. This is another letter. This is another letter. This is a single letter. There are 3 full-time ticks between each letter in Morse code, and 1 full tick repeater between every dash or dot. Now, I'm going to tell them that bells are longer than drums, because each bell is going to be the dash, which is longer than the drum, which is just a beat, so, or a dot. So listen. B, L, U, E. Blue. And we're going to use a blue coral to do all of this, gubbins. So now I need to figure out where I'm putting the button. So I'm going to get that. And then we're going to start making our way up these stairs. Because I've got just over here a place to get to. So I am aware that this is going to... I wonder if I... Oh no, don't do that. Go up and go round. I wonder if that's a good place for a repeater. Well, we'll see, I guess. Right, so on that gold block, which will be turned green, it's not going to be that obvious. I'm going to put the button, if I can find it in my inventory. So it should be a fairly easy thing to figure out. Nope, doesn't make it. Okay, so I need to get... I think I've put the repeater the wrong way around. I think that's what it's happened. Alright, let's try it again. Okay, that is a thing that works. I'm very pleased at the fact that it works. You have no idea how I hate redstone. There you go. It's all good. So, what's... Oh, I told them where to use the key in that one. Okay, so... I do have another puzzle to give more hints, so it's not that bad. Okay, so now I need to hide a couple of more rooms around here. Which button is it gonna be is the question they're going to ask themselves, because this is just like a pure decoration thing at the moment. But it's not going to be a pure decoration thing, because there is no such thing. And the last one is done. Woo! I'm going to turn that off so you don't see that. That's R-I-G H-T. That's right. So it's going to say blue coral right. So we're going to have a picture of a blue coral. That's got to go right. La-di-da-di-da-di-da. This is way more redstone than I was anticipating doing. But the main bit is done. Oh, there we go. It's all sort of coming together now. I haven't put the carpets in, obviously. Or the lighting. The lighting is going to be a bit of an issue, because the ceiling's quite tall and it doesn't project far down onto the floor. So whilst I can have a donut chandelier, and I will, of course I will, I'm going to have carpets in strategic locations just to get the lighting done. So, I need to get the door sorted, and you also know that I'm going to use... I'm going to be using blue coral, and over here, I'm going to be using... You knows I'm going to be using a spider eye, yo, bro. Don't ever do that, Cleo. That's really bad. Just don't. Don't embarrass yourself like that. So I need to choose locations and stuff, and that's going to be done after decorating, and then I can get all the clues in via things like lecterns and signs, and I know exactly what I'm doing here, and I know exactly what sort of carpet is going on here. Do need a horse's head. Okay, so hear me out. I've done the door, so this is going to be the door in, and as you can see, there is a mess of redstone. It's the design that I showed you earlier, just in different ways. So you knew about the eye, and I should probably fix that marker stone. The eye goes down, the coral goes right, and the clock, this is going to be a clock when I've sorted it out. The clock strikes 9, which is obviously 9 o'clock. And if any one of these goes out of the right alignment, door shuts. Door shuts! So I'm going to put that one back. And to be honest, I'm literally just testing at this point. So keep an eye on the door. Door shuts. Goes right. Goes right. Door open. Door shut. Door open. And the reason why I like this is because, one, I'm going to have like other item frames sort of dotted about. So this is going to be a collection of corals and a note on it, and this is going to be a collection of witch stuff and a note on it, and I'm going to have a collection of redstone stuff and have a note on it. I'm going to have a collection of whatever. You get the point. I also need a picture up that up there. Yeah, the actual mechanical stuff is done. Now I just need to put in the remaining puzzle, which is going to sort of be here. Probably there. Which is a chess, like I say, it's a chess puzzle. And you just need to figure out where the horse is going to go and dig up. I'll show it to you. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. This is good. I mean, in other news, Cleo can't spell. I mean, it's better, but I think I need to do a little flick up on that S. It does say escape now, though, which is, something. Yeah, let's just, let's go wobbly. Woo. No, I actually need that wool. No, seriously. I am running out of wool. Okay, so for reference's sake, this is just opposite the roller coaster. Okay, so I've got the whole thing sorted, except for that little piece over there. Everything else can be covered with just a single roof. That's gonna... It's completed. It's finished. So my... escape room is done. There's a little bit of a blood motif going on here, but to be fair, there is literally nothing here. So obviously pay what you like, because I mean, I think we're at the point of the game where most people, I'm not one of them, is rich enough to throw money away. Oh, I need 10. Welcome to this escape room. Your grandpa has left you a legacy. Only have to get to it. Success means you've gotten through the locked door, picked up your treasure. Treasure may or may not actually exist. This is a non-mining exercise, but you're allowed to move things like trapdoors or carpets or whatever else you like. Once you have finished with this room, please put all items back where you found them. This escape room is a pay-what-you-feel attraction. Let's go back to the beginning. Done. So you come in and immediately there is this book. I, Grandpa Joe, because of course... being of sound mind and sound-ish body, bequeath my fortune to the people who can solve my puzzles and get through the door on the opposite side of the room. Signature, undecipherable script. So that is that book. And they'll immediately come over here and they'll start seeing all the dots and the dashes and the hay. And yeah, so there's lots of this. They might need to have a notepad. And I think everything is up to date. I double checked this like 3 times, so I'm pretty sure. They might or might not see this button and press the button. And then they might make this discovery. And then this says lock on it. And then what goes up must get wet. And then there's the key. Where do I go from here? So this is obviously a horseman. I tried to get a horse's head, but I could not. And obviously, horseman on a chessboard means he's a knight, which means he can move in that sort of pattern. So there is a thing there. Of course, I'm just going to pause that and then just... where is it? So in this one, this says bells are longer than drums, which applies to the... No, thank you. Applies to... Which one am I getting rid of? I'm getting rid of something. Probably this. And unfortunately, they can also move in 3 other directions on this little bit of board. There's one here, which says the key is behind the lock. So if you've noticed that that says lock, you should be able to get the key, even if you haven't noticed anything else. And then this one is one that they can get to, and it says the key hits the target. So that involves the... what do you call it? The Morse code and the target in the other room. I should move these over there, and that should have shut the door. Okay, and then I've put these under trapdoors. There is another. Which should get them pressing all the other buttons, and this one up here is there. Of course, I'm just double checking. Right. Now, they should be able to read this book. And this is, I want to say it's an homage to a song. It's called, I say it's a song. It wasn't an announcement speech, but I think it's Everybody's Free to wear sunscreen in brackets. So I set up the room as best I can. The rest of my fortune is now left to fate. I wish I could meet my successors and give them some life advice, but as this is my only opportunity to converse freely, I shall take this with both hands. Enjoy the power and beauty of your youth, or never mind, as you will not know the power and beauty of your youth until they is long forgotten. Do one thing every day that scares you. Sing. Immerse yourself in art. Through other people's artistic interpretations, we can find ourselves in other places. That is the key one. That's saying go through the artwork. Get plenty of calcium, obviously. Read the directions even if you don't follow them. Okay, so that's that one, which should send you through here. And if you've already picked up the key, there is your target, which should open up this bit, which should tell you to... Which one is it? I think that's the eye. So yeah, so you should be turning the eye upside down. And then if you've already done this bit and you've written stuff down with the Morse code, you should be able to tell the coral to face right. And then I've changed this bit to what I showed you before. This is what goes up must get wet. Hang on. Come on. Let me through. Let me through. You let me through a minute ago. There we go. I don't know what was going on there. Right, so you go back down to the water. Now, I figured this was hard enough to find that. I'm going to get rid of that bit. Right, so I've actually put in a nursery rhyme here. I'll come back for that, but I need to get out of the water before I read it to you guys. Okay. It says, hickory dickory dock, the mouse ran up the clock struck 9, the mouse ran down, hickory dickory dock. As we know, for those of you who are English, so if you're not English, I do apologise, that is a nursery rhyme. The clock doesn't strike 9, it strikes 1. So that should be a clue to change the clock. So, let me through. There we go. So if we go change the clock, clock's already at 9. So if we change the clock to 9, the door should open and we should go through here. Congratulations, you made it through your escape room by wits or luck. Well done. Take a token from the box. Remember to return all props to their original locations. Done. And then they get Grandpa's fortune. I am so pleased with this. I'm trying to find something that's probably got some room left in it, just to throw things in so I can pick up stuff. Oh, there, yeah, that's got loads of room. Okay, so pick that up, and then silk touch that, and then we're done. That took a long time, and I am really proud of that. You have no idea how proud I am of this. This is just amazing. I want to do more. It was so much fun to do this, and I really hope the other hermits come and play, because I am intrigued to see what they will do with this. So, you know what? On that note, I've been ZombieCleo. This has been Hermitcraft. Class dismissed.